Guys, welcome back to Slider Sunday presented by King's Hawaiian. Today, we're making sausage and beer cheese sliders. Let's get cooking. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is Sunday. We're making a delicious slider today. We're using the King's Hawaiian pretzel roll. Why? Because it's the best pairing with anything beer cheese. Pretzels and beer cheese. It's a match made in heaven. And we're throwing in some sausage and some peppers and some onions. What's not to like? To get started, you need some good quality sausage sliced thinly on the bias. We slice on the bias because we want just the most surface area. If you cut it just as a circle, it'd be like this. But at a 45-degree angle, you're gonna get nice little flat strips that'll work much better. You can use any sausage you like. I'm using an andouille sausage here, but if you wanna use Italian sausage or chicken sausage or turkey, whatever you want. It's your sausage, it's your slider, it's your Sunday. To get started, we're gonna saute off these peppers and onions. I've cut them just pretty thin, just so they'll cook quick. You can use a red pepper, you can use a green pepper. Again, dealer's choice here. Nothing's too strict on Slider Sunday. We're gonna go medium-high heat. And I'm gonna go just a little bit of butter. Once your butter's melted, we'll go in with the onions, with the peppers. Now, onions usually cook a little faster, but to get around that, you can either start your peppers first or cut your peppers a little bit thinner. That way they'll cook at the same rate. We're just getting these nice and soft. We're sweating them down. We're not trying to do like a crazy caramelization on these. We just want them nice and soft and kind of starting to fall apart. Just throw in a little bit of salt on those, make sure everything is seasoned. Give these a toss. All right, we'll set these aside. Give or take 5 minutes for these to soften up. Next, we will move on to our beer cheese sauce. Now this is the coup de grace. This is what's holding the sandwich together. It's the centerpiece, it's the highlight. It's what makes that pretzel bun really pop. So, beer cheese sauce. See that flip? That goes to the side. Let those do their thing. If you want, you can cover it up. It's just gonna sweat down. Now, beer cheese sauce. This might sound intimidating. It is not that hard to do. Trust me, it sounds a lot more complicated than it really is. What you're gonna need, I have some shredded cheddar cheese. I have some white cheddar. I'm gonna use a combo. If you wanna use all sharp cheddar, you can. If you wanna use all white cheddar, you can. That's up to you. It's about 2.5 cups of cheese altogether. So however you wanna mix and match, about two and a half cups. All right, so we have our shredded cheese. Beautiful. We'll keep that to the side. This is a little snack for me. Grab a saucepan. We're going medium heat. Now, a beer cheese sauce starts with your classic French béchamel. This is one of the foundations of cooking, one of the foundation of sauces. This is one that everyone should know how to make. Not very hard. We're gonna start by making a roux. Roux, equal parts fat. In this case, we're using butter and all-purpose flour. We'll let that butter start to melt down, and then we'll move on to the next step. Check on your onions, check on your peppers, make sure they're still doing nice. Look at that, softening up. This is a great meal to make on Sunday. You start Sunday morning before kickoff. The house smells. Anytime you put onions and peppers and a little bit of garlic and butter on the stove, oh, everyone's gonna smell. They're gonna go, oh, you know what? It's King's Hawaiian Slider Sunday. I'm feeling good. All right, so let's walk through what we're gonna need in the sauce. Okay, so as that butter is melting, I'll walk you through it. We have our butter, we have our flour. We have 3/4 a cup of whole milk and about 2/3 a cup of beer. Now this is what makes it beer cheese. You can leave the beer out. It's gonna be totally fine. It's gonna be a cheese sauce. So this is optional. It's gonna add a little bit more flavor. I'm using a lager, a little bit darker than a light beer, but use a beer of choice. You don't have to go crazy. Don't go with like something super hoppy, IPA, unless you like that. That's gonna be strong. But I'm going with the classic, easy drinking game day beer. So as our flour starts to melt, you always wanna tend to these. Oh, look at that, looking good. Okay, so the only other thing we're gonna do, and it might seem like we're doing a lot, but we're really not. We're gonna take these sausage pieces and we want them to have a nice crisp side to them. So we're gonna have another pan going. And this is just so everything stays nice and warm through. Because nobody wants cold sausage, nobody wants, you don't want that. You could warm it up in the oven if you want, that's totally fine. But for me, hot pan, medium-high heat. Yeah, nice and hot. Just a little bit of olive oil, just a little, just a touch, that's it. And your sausage, you're just gonna put down in the pan. This is just so it starts to crispen up and warm through. Easy. It's gonna wanna curl up on you. You take another pan, you put it down on top, slightly smaller, acts as a weight, keeps it flat. You don't have to do that, but it's gonna look nicer. We're gonna get a nice crispy edge. Okay, back to our beer cheese sauce. Our butter has melted. Now we're gonna go in, grab a whisk, grab your flour. Remember roux, equal parts, equal portions fat and flour. All-purpose flour goes in. And now we stir. And you see it's gonna start to clump up. Don't be scared, don't worry. What we're doing here is we're cooking the harshness of the flour out. If we put our milk and everything in here, it would thicken up, but you have like this really floury taste. So with the roux, I don't know, about 3 minutes is all it's gonna take just for that smell of flour, just for that raw flour to cook out. So you'll start to smell, if the air will smell floury, that's how you know it's working. So we'll let this go. Our peppers are going, our sausage is going, beautiful things are happening, all right? And for this, get your oven at like 200 degrees. All we're doing for our beautiful pretzel rolls here, oh, look at that. The salt on top, oh, that's gonna be phenomenal. This we could just dunk in the beer cheese. That's my favorite snack, pretzels and beer cheese. Go great. We're gonna just keep these in the oven at 200 degrees just to warm them through. That's all we're doing. You don't want cold sliders. You want them nice and warm and pulling apart. So this into an oven just to warm up for a few minutes here. All right. How are we looking? How are we looking? Beautiful. All right, now you see our roux is starting to bubble up. Perfect. Once you see the bubbles going, that's how you know the flour's cooking off. Again, 3 to 5 minutes is all it takes. Once it starts to turn like a golden color, that's when we're gonna go ahead and add our milk. Now don't be alarmed. When you add the milk, it's gonna start to clump up. That's fine, just keep whisking. Whisk. A little bit at a time. Peppers are done, I'm gonna pull those off. Woo. See? Clumped up, you go, uh oh, did I do something wrong? No, no, no. Just keep adding milk. And stir. All right, we look at this. We got the color we want. You like the nice charred little pieces like that. That's exactly what you're looking for. So let's give them a flip. Make sure everything's covered. If you have a hot spot like me in your pan, just move them around so that everything is getting hit. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for in the pan. Beautiful little crispy pieces of sausage. You know, move them around in your pan so they're all kind of getting hit. Don't worry if some of them aren't perfect. It's Slider Sunday. It's all about ease. It's all about having fun. We're not stressing out over little things. All right, so bechamel. We're gonna keep adding milk. But see what happened there? We added the milk and we stirred, and now we have a beautiful thick sauce. If we stop right here, that's your classic French bechamel. Now, to that, we're gonna add our beer. Yeah, now we're talking. We're gonna add our beer. We're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of paprika. If you want some cayenne pepper in there for a little bit of kick, by all means, go for it. A little bit of salt, stir, and now our cheese. We're going with that cheddar, sharp cheddar, and then that sharp white cheddar as well. And this will thicken up into a delicious beer cheese sauce. And if it gets a little too thick, a little too clumpy, add a little bit more milk. And then to finish it off, a little dash of Worcestershire sauce, just a hint, and then some Dijon mustard. About, I don't know, a tablespoon. If you like it more mustardy, add more mustard. I think home cooks struggle with this the most, that timing. Timing is the hardest thing in the kitchen. When you have a sauce and you have peppers and you have sausage all going at once, don't be afraid. You saw me doing it here. If the peppers are cooking a little faster, the sauce needs heat. Off the heat, you're done with that. Boom, focus on this. This is done cooking, pull it off. And then when you're ready to serve, we're gonna put these back on the heat, let them warm through. So timing, you can just adjust. If something's going too fast or too slow, move it on and off the heat. And with this one, it's nice because you have everything you're doing in front of you, so you can see it all at once. But now our sauce has come together. Our sausage is nice and crispy. We have some great bits, and look, beautifully softened down peppers and onions. And now we're gonna pull our pretzel buns out of the oven. Oh, they're nice, perfectly warm. All right, let's build. Sausage now we'll take out of the pan. We'll just put it on a paper towel just to drain off any of that excess oil, kind of like bacon. And then look at this. Look at this beer cheese sauce we have here, guys. Beautiful cheese sauce. Boom. All right, so it might sound intimidating. It's not that hard. All right, we have our warm buns that we just took out of the oven here. Let's spread that open. I'm gonna go just a little bit of mustard, just a little bit, on the base. Grab your peppers. And grab your sausage. And see how we cut them on a bias like that? So they're gonna get nice, they'll lay nice and flat. And try to keep them even, because when we pull these apart, you want about 2 to 3 pieces in each one. Now we'll come in here. Beautiful onions and peppers. Just all over. Look at the color. Oh, it smells so good. That beer cheese sauce, we're just gonna go and we're gonna pour. Oh man, oh man. This is what we're talking about on Slider Sunday, you guys. King's Hawaiian pretzel bun and beer cheese, are you kidding me? What a combo, what a combo. And go nuts with the cheese, whatever. It's Sunday, the games are about to start. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Top it off. And now you sit back, you go, look at that. That's nice. Let's slice into these ones. I'm excited about this. Oh, it's just, they're falling apart. It's ready to go. We're going for the corner. This is my favorite piece every time. Corner pocket, beer cheese, King's Hawaiian pretzel bun, andouille sausage, peppers and onions. Cheers. This is my favorite one of the series. I don't know if this is the first episode or the last, but this one is money right here. We gotta do one thing. We gotta do one thing. I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. That beer cheese sauce, look, we're pouring the extra in. This, you can take the King's Hawaiian, the pretzel bun, you can dip it right in, you don't even need anything else. Beer cheese and King's Hawaiian goes hand in hand, but I'm gonna do a dunk just to finish it off. That's the bite. That's the bite right there, guys. That was Slider Sunday presented by King's Hawaiian. Go to the bakery section, go to the deli section of your grocery store, grab yourself some King's Hawaiian pretzel buns, make this recipe. It'll be a hit. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.